Hi everyone. In the previous video we have done delete API and now we are going to update by ID API. Let's start from controller and here is delete API. We will copy this API. Simple, we will copy this controller and we will paste it here. We will change delete to put API and we will ID will remain same and here its name will be update by ID. And here we will change update by ID. Here we will take a request payload, or simple we can say it payload should be register that we already created. This one, that first name, last name, email, time zone, which we user wants to change, he can change it. Now our controller is completed. We will create a manager class function. Let's start from here. Async, define a method update by ID. Here we will get ID self. ID should be a string and a request payload which is a register. First we will check object ID. Simple convert ID to object ID. Let's take this function from here. We have, and now we will use a where clause data is equal to simple underscore ID is equal to object ID, that is this. First of all, we will get before data by where clause use method. We will copy this function from here and if it's already exist, then we will match its ID. If response already exists, then we will convert check if response underscore ID is equal to this one ID. We will convert this to string format str. We only can use this, but no, we will pass it. If it's equal, then we will use a update function. Updated data is equal to await self dot user database dot update by ID function. And in update by ID function we will pass object ID, this one, and our payload, this one. Suppose let's create database update function. Async, define update by ID, and here we will write first one would be ID and second one would be a payload. Here we will first convert this payload to just enable encoder, because we always save in MongoDB data in JSON format like last name underscore finished and first capital name, last name, similarly first name. That this is because of JSONable encoder. Here we will use document is equal to JSONable encoder and payload. Now we will call our database function. Result is equal to await self dot user auth user database auth user collection, and to first we will call underscore id is equal to id, and here we will put a set method dollar set of updated response JSONable document here, and we will return a result. Now our database function is completed. If updated data dot matched count underscore count is greater than 0, then this payload, we will return this payload data return is equal to JSONable encoder and to payload and data return to id is equal to this one id. We can simply write any id, and we will return this data return. If it's not greater than 0, then we will return simple response message. If this id is not matched, then user not found with this data. User not found with this id. Now we will run the code and check if it's updated successfully or not. Let's check from the controller. Now we will refresh our docs, and here is port API. Suppose we are going to create a new user name is 8 and string. We created a data whose id is this and user 8. We will change this data with this id. We'll change this Qasim Khan. We can also check from database that here are 7 results and last one is string and user 8. Now we are going to update it, and it's give us some error. Now we are going to check the error. What is not method on motor. Oh sorry, I think we forgot to write method. yes, here dot update 1. Let me check the code. Where close and success. Here we will also change the response message. We'll copy it from here. We will paste it here. Now we will run the code again. No code is updated. Suppose we are going to update first same and other things remain same, like this. It's updating the code. And here are total 7 and it's changing. Khan, it's updating, and in database our result is updating. Now our update API is also completed. In next video we will going towards get list API and our CRUD will be completed here. Thank you.